Hey, welcome to Slay the Spire. Today playing the daily challenge for June 8th, 2025. The character is the Defect, and the modifiers are Heirloom. Start with 1 rare relic, Flight, you may ignore path when choosing the next room to travel to, and Lethality, you start each combat with +3 strength, and all enemies start each combat with +3 strength as well. So yeah, I think last time with Lethality, I had pretty good success with just going for a very offensive deck, although with the Defect, I would like to go for orbs. I see Vorpal here with 1550, not a bad score. That's the only family names in the top 40, though. That makes me a little worried. Alex, 1346. Okay, yeah, let's just see how well I can do here. Alright, so Heirloom gives me Turnip, you can no longer become frail, which, I mean, that's not horrible, but especially if I rely on Frost Drops, it's not going to be that useful. 3 elite, oh, actually, right, with Flight, I can hit all 5 elites, alright. And then, as always, with the Flight modifier, I will maximize question mark rooms. Okay, yeah, let's do Zap and 2 strikes. I guess if I go for an Orb deck, then having something like Barrage might be great. Should I double defend here? Yes, let's double defend, and then I will do a strike. Okay. And then I will just need 1 more strike next turn. Beautiful. 2 more strikes, I guess. My final boss with the Hexagos. Okay, with Lethality. That might be a problem. I have to figure out something good for that. We got a Dex Potion, Self-Repair Capacitor, Cool-Headed. Let's start with the Cool-Headed. Okay. I don't think I need to remove anything. I'd rather save the gold to be able to buy something good at a shop. Remove Transform upgrade. I should upgrade something. Let's upgrade the Cool-Headed. I could transform something, but I think it's better to get something upgraded here. And then, well, this is basically free card removal. Should I remove a defend? Yeah, I mean, if I want to be have an aggressive deck, let's remove a defend here. Alright, and then let's do another question mark room. I don't have enough gold for a shop just yet. Alright, another card removal. Let's remove a strike because I just removed the defend. Okay. Right, at least I have a thin deck, so that should help. Let's do Cool-Headed. If I do double defend, I'll defend this turn, but then next turn I'll be in trouble. Yeah, there's not much I can do. Let me drink the Dex Potion to still play the double defend. I have to. And then I don't think I have any chance to defend against 24 next turn. Well, okay. No, not really, right? Even if I do Cool-Headed and then 2 defense. Yeah, alright. There's nothing I could have done to perfect this one. At least with the Dex Potion, I hope I'm not going to lose too much HP. So, yeah, I think this is going to be a little bit boring. So I'll speed this up. I'll be right back. Alright, I did end up losing a little bit of HP, but I ended up with 34 HP left. We also got Tungsten Rod, which is great. One of you lose HP, lose 1 less. Fusion, go for the ISO Compile Driver. I do wonder if I need more card draw with Compile Driver. Let's take it. Alright, lead number 2, the Lagavulin here. I want to set up my orbs as much as I can, so definitely want to play the Cool-Headed and then ideally a Zap. Okay. And then I guess there's no real reason to wait, so maybe I should wait for another Cool-Headed. Well, Zap would wake it up. This is also a pretty good turn to wake it up. Next turn I have a bunch of defensive cards. Yeah, let's just do the strikes here. And, yeah, I don't think it would make a difference if I used the Dex Potion in this fight on the previous one. Here, let's do Cool-Headed, then Dual Cast. Okay. That's 12-17 thanks to the Tungsten Rod. Oh, wait, I forgot that the Lagavulin has extra strength, too. I was going to say I would be fully defended, but no. Alright, here, let's do Dual Cast, then Cool-Headed, and I'll do a defend here. Okay. Yeah, definitely losing HP. I'm starting to get a little worried. At least I do want to lose HP for the Hexagos anyway, so I guess it's not that big of a deal. Let's do Compile Driver and then a Strike. I still have to deal 38 damage. And here I'm losing Dex as well. Alright, another Cool-Headed is useful. Let's do Dual Cast. Okay, that allows me to only lose 1 HP. Should I do Zap? No, let's do a Strike here. Okay. Alright, losing 1 HP thanks to Tungsten Rod. And then here, let's do Dual Cast, Cool-Headed again. And then another defend. Okay. Alright, and then here, let's focus on damage. 2 strikes and a zap. Okay, I am losing more strength, but 2 more strikes or a Compile Driver is enough. Beautiful. That Vasha starts coming with 1 strength and then a max HP potion, which I'll drink soon. I might need rare cards here. I think I will take rare cards. Yesterday, I decided not to take rare cards, and that ended up being a problem. Let's go for rare cards here. Alright, Spike Slime and the Acid Slime. Let's start with the Compile Driver. I cannot... Well, I could do Buffer and avoid taking any damage this turn. Okay. And then, yes, I was hoping for a chance to not be attacked this turn. Let's Dual Cast and then maybe a Strike. Beautiful. And then 1 more Strike or a Zap or any attack. Yep, beautiful. Alright, here, Stack, Steam Beer, Sweeping Beam. Sweeping Beam is some nice AoE damage. Stack is interesting, and I might need the stack for the upcoming boss, so let's take it. Here I got Rigopillow, one of you resting an additional 15 HP. I'll probably try to avoid doing that. Alright, here, I wish I had that sweeping beam. I do have the strike to get a review, cool-headed, and let's just fully defend here with the defend. And, well, not just with the defend, with also the tungsten rod. Alright, and then here, let's do dual cast. That is enough. Beautiful. Okay, got a liquid bronze potion. White noise is interesting. If I go for a power deck, it might be useful. Alright, that's interesting. I'm actually starting to get a little worried here. I do have the buffer. Let me also drink the liquid bronze just to deal a little bit of damage back. Let's do compile driver and then buffer to preserve 12 HP. Okay. I guess 11 HP. Next I have 24 incoming, right? That might be a problem. Let's see what the white noise gives me. Creative AI might be useful. Okay, I think the only way to survive this is to drink the fruit juice here and then play a defend. Okay, I'm actually starting to get really worried about this fight. Because in the last fight where I sped things up, there's one turn where I just had no way to defend. Here the stack is very useless. Yeah, let's just do defend and then 2 strikes. At least there's a chance I can kill the backliner next turn. I only have 3 HP though. Okay, I got cool-headed, compile driver, and then a defend. That is 9... wait, is that enough? I will take... yeah, I think I should be enough thanks to the tungsten rod, right? I should be at 1 HP. Ugh. Okay, that was close. Alright, here I got the buffer. That's useful. Let's do buffer and... no, let's not do dual cast. Let's do a regular strike. Okay. Without the buffer, I would have been dead, actually. Another 12. Okay, I keep getting lucky. I have to admit that. Alright. There's also a capacitor that I might play at some point. If I can continue to survive. Alright, there's a stack. That's enough. Beautiful. Then let's do compile driver. I think I will do a zap. Okay. I mean, if I survive with 1 HP, I might have to hit the reset after this, actually. Alright, there's an echo form, which I probably don't need. Okay, alright. Barely survived this one. That was a close one. We got Unseasoned Top. Whenever you have no cards in hand during your turn, draw a card. Glacier is really good. Let's take the Glacier. I don't think I can do a question mark room if that gives me anything other than... Should I risk? No, and then I have a lead coming up. No, I can't risk it. Let's just heal here. Yep. I needed that. I don't think there was a chance for me to survive, especially not against the Gremlin now. Wow. All right. Here, let's do buffer and zap. Okay. So I do have a buffer. If it's a small attack, that will allow me to delay things. Not really, though, right? Let's see what the compile driver gives me. I needed the Glacier here. All right, let's do dual cast and a strike. I don't know. I'm losing 11 HP. I'm being vulnerable. I have 16 incoming. That is slightly more doable. Let's do compile driver. Another dual cast. That is barely enough. All right, actually perfected this one. Very happy with that. Got ink bottle. One of you play 10 cards, draw 1 card. Another buffer. There's no good reason not to go for collector bonuses, huh? And 2 buffers are better than 1. Amplify might be really good too, though. So is turbo. I'm going to risk the amplify because there's a small chance I might decide to go for Highlander. Before I continue, let me just count question mark rooms I had so far. Just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Which is fine. That's not horrible. Alright, so here let's do Glacier. That is 11. That allows me to be fully defended. Let's also do dual cast. Okay. Yeah, that tungsten rod is really helping me out quite a bit. Okay. Alright, here I have 24. Glacier will be slightly better in this case. Yeah, I didn't get it. Should I do Bias Cognition? That's 12. Yeah, still not enough to defend. Let's just do 2 strikes here. Okay. Actually, because I have the Hexagos at the end, maybe I should lose a little bit of HP. Try to drop down to less than 24. Let's do cool-headed... compile driver. Okay, get rid of this guy. Might have been a better idea to play the buffer, huh? That's fine, that's fine. I'm not taking any damage this turn. I still do want to take some damage if I can. Alright, Glacier is still fine. Okay. Let's also do a strike. Alright, I'm sure I will take damage. There's no way I can kill on time. And actually, I'm losing dex, or focus, I mean, so I have to try to lose HP, or try to kill somewhat quickly. Otherwise, without my orbs, I think I'll be in trouble. Alright, 12 incoming. Let's do dual cast, okay. And then I still can't play the buffer. You know what? Should I just not play... Yeah, let's not play the buffer here. Because that way I'll finally drop down to less than 24 HP. Okay, yep, 22 is pretty good. And then strike, and I just need... Oh, I should have played the zap. That would have been enough. Hopefully I'll get a strike next turn. Actually, I'm going to play a few more cards just to get ink bottle closer to 10. Should I wait? Let's wait. Yeah. Basically, I want to play a few cards to get ink bottle. Slightly more useful. Glacier defend. And you know what? Oh, okay. Now, there's a small chance I might not be able to draw an attack next turn. That would make me sad. No, I did get one. Beautiful. Could have played another card there, too. We got Meal Ticket when we enter a shop. Heal 15 HP. Steam Barrier is interesting. I probably don't need Thunder Strike. Charge Battery is interesting, too. Let me take the Charge Battery for extra energy the turn after. And then here, yeah, I guess I'll upgrade the buffer. Let's see. Hexagos is not that useful, but... let's see what I can do here. Well, I started with Buffer, Glacier. I have to choose between them, though. Oh boy. Alright, I think I have to do Buffer. Let's do Charge Battery and really hope I get some good defensive cards next turn. 30 incoming, that is a lot. Let's do Cool-Headed. At least I have energy. Let's do Defend. Stack is 6, so I need at least 18, right? I have 5 plus 6, 11, 13. That's not quite enough, so I don't think there's anything I can do. I think the big thing that I missed... Yeah, there's nothing I could do. The big thing that I missed is not having the ink bottle ready. Because I think if that was ready, it might have allowed me to draw a card that might have been great. Well, I guess I didn't get any card that would have been great. White Noise gives me Creative AI, which I can amplify. Let's do that. I mean, if I'm not getting... here, let's do this. If I'm not getting the perfect here, maybe I should try to get combo with... well, I didn't get a Heat Sinks, but with the Heat Sinks combo would be great. Alright, here, let's double defend and then do the stack. Okay. I also at some point have to start dealing damage, right? 9 incoming. Okay, Storm is really tempting. Let's do Storm, Charge Battery. Allows me to be full defended and then a strike. Okay. Alright, so I'm not being attacked this turn. Ooh, Echo Form is tempting. I could even amplify that. Let's amplify the Echo Form. Okay. I am losing my Frost Orbs, though. That might be a problem, although now I have 2 Echo Forms active. 20 incoming. That is a lot. Stack twice is probably not necessary. I think I'll do Machine Learning twice. Okay. And then another Machine Learning twice. Yeah, why not? And then do Stack. That was not enough. Okay, I had to be more careful. For some reason, I thought a single stack would be enough. But yeah, I'm down to 3 HP. Another 11 incoming. I do have another stack that's not enough. Let's double play the Charge Battery for extra energy. Then double play the Capacitor. Okay. And then I guess I can do Dual Cast. That should be enough block, right? Yeah. Alright, can I deal a bunch of damage next turn? Because I don't think I can defend against 42. Oh boy. Stack Discharge is interesting. I could also do Glacier twice and Bias Ignition twice. Let's do Bias Ignition twice first. Then Glacier twice. Okay. So that's 40. Yeah, I'm fully defended. Beautiful. Should I do Stack... Well, I'm not taking damage, so let's not do Stack Discharge. Let's just do the regular strikes here. Okay. That Bias Ignition really helped me. Alright. And then I should be able to fairly easily kill next turn with all the powers I get. Yeah, I could device Ignition twice again. Okay. Alright, beautiful. Alright, no chance of perfecting this one whatsoever. I will continue to take red cards. I might still go for Highlander, though. Let me take the Fission. I would love to get that upgraded. Black Stars. A must take here. Elite Storm Dish Relic when defeated. That will... Well, actually, with the Flight, it will give me a lot of relics. And, you know, the more relics, the better. Alright, Collector at the end. Let's see. 1... 2, 3, 4. I can hit 4 of the 5 elites, and yeah, I'll continue to hit question mark. So far, I haven't seen a single curse, which is a little disappointing. Let's do White Noise, Bias Condition, Cool-Headed. Let's do Charge Battery. I will take a little bit of damage. Actually, just 2 with the Tungsten Rod, right? Okay, here, I kind of want to do Glacier. Let's do Dual Cast, then Glacier, and then Strike. Okay. Alright, so next turn I'll have 12 block. Not being attacked, though. Buffer is tempting. Let's do it. It's pre-upgraded, too. Nothing else, though. Okay. Alright, lots of incoming here. Let's do Strike, another Strike, and sure, let's... Oh, I should not have played that stack. Well, for some reason I thought I had a huge discard pile. I didn't. Strike, Zap, I guess? I am starting to lose focus. Okay. At least I have the buffer, so that's good. Let me risk Fission here. Okay. Yeah, hoping the extra card would help. Let's do Cool-Headed. It didn't end up helping. Compile Driver. Charge Battery, Strike. See what the defend gives me with the ink bottle. Another Strike. Okay. Yeah, bummer. I am losing 13 HP here. Yeah, fine. And then here I can kill with the Zap is useless. Actually, can I do Zap and then Glacier? That will evoke... No. Next turn I can evoke the Lightning Orb to deal 5 damage. That should be enough. Or I can grab... Oh, wow. Didn't get any of this. Okay, definitely taking a lot of damage here. Alright. I have to be really careful not to accidentally die on this act. You got a Flex Potion, Cool-Headed number 2. No. Between Fusion and Double Energy. Let me take the Fusion. Sure. Alright, and then here, remove a card from your deck. I mean, I could remove the fusion. No, I guess if I want to make my deck more streamlined, let's remove Defend. Hope to pick up some more Frost Orbs instead. That would be great. An upgraded Chill would be really nice to have. Let's do Charge Battery, Zap, and there's no reason to play anything else. Okay. 13. Let's do Cool-Headed. I really need to get that Fission upgraded. Dual Cast. White Noise gives me Heat Sinks, which is unfortunately very useless. There's a Fusion, which is interesting. Let's do Fusion, Defend, and a Strike. Okay. I guess Compile Driver would have dealt more damage. Could have considered doing that. Here, Glacier is not enough, but actually, if I do Dual Cast, I can play the Glacier, then Compile Driver, then Buffer, Defend, and that way I'll still have one buffer for next turn. Okay. 13, let's do Charge Battery, Defend, alright. And then Strike, okay. And then here, can I deal enough damage? Let's do Compile Driver first. Then Fusion. I should have done the Compile Driver after the Fusion, probably. Alright, well, if I do the Defend, I'll be able to still not take any damage because of the buffer. Can I deal 26 damage? I guess my deck is lacking some good damage cards, huh? Stack is useful. Charge Battery might be better, even though I will lose HP. No, let's do Stack. Actually, I could have done both. I forgot I had extra energy. Alright, still need to deal 21 damage. Let's do Compile Driver. Fusion, Dual Cast. Okay, that gives me energy back, and I can play everything else, and that is enough. Alright, beautiful. Beam Cell, Darkness, Turbo. Darkness would allow me to get Overkill. Let's try to do that. I don't have a shop yet. Nah, I still don't think I will skip a question mark room just yet. I think I can upgrade all strikes and defense. I don't think there's anything I need to really remove. And then transform a card. The strikes and defense are upgraded, so I'm not sure if I should transform that. But no, I guess let me transform a strike because I picked up a defend. Steam Barrier. Okay, I exchanged an attack card for a defensive card, which is not horrible. Buffer is really good here. Let's do Cool-Headed first. Would be great to do both Buffer and Glacier, but I can't do that. Let's just do... Wait, actually, with Buffer, I will still take damage here, right? And there's nothing I can do about that. So I think it's better to do Glacier, I think. I'm going to take a bunch of damage because all of these guys have extra strength. All right. It's a lot of damage. Maybe Buffer was good just for not taking damage. Let's do Compile Driver, Steam Barrier, Dual Cast, and then Stack. Okay, I'm actually starting to get a little worried here. Alright. And yeah, look at how much I've been coming. Okay, let's see what the White Noise gives me. Creative AI, a little too late for that. Let's do Fission. Alright, then Defend, Strike, Compile Driver. Well, I guess I have to Zap first, then Compile Driver. Yeah, I'm dead here. I have to reload. I guess I have the Flex Potion I can drink. And then maybe the right thing was to play that Buffer at the beginning. Yeah, this will have to go in a thumbnail. I would have been dead if I didn't do this. Alright, let's just do Buffer and then Fusion. How about that? Actually, yeah, no, there's no reason to change the order of Ink Bottle because I can't amplify the Buffer anyway. Alright, so this way I only take 15 damage, which is better than nothing. Okay. Alright. And then here, I think what I'll do is I'll do Glacier, then Dual Cast. Let me play the Flex Potion, play Compile Driver, then do Dual Cast to gain energy back, then do Strike, and then I can actually play everything. Okay. Oh, I forgot about this, the Unseen Top. Would allow me to play the Steam Barrier, which would allow me to fully defend that turn. Okay. And then this turn, I can get rid of the backliner. Do I still get Creative AI? I do. Alright, let's still get rid of the backliner. Or let's just do Fission to gain energy, then Cool-Headed. I probably don't need Amplify. Let's do Zap. Well, I can do Dual Cast. Yep. And then Strike. One Strike is enough. And I only have to defending on 13, which at least I can pull off. A defend is better than the stack here. Okay. Alright, Echo Form is really tempting, but no, I'll die if I play it. So let's do Compile Driver and hope I get a defensive card. Okay, Glacier is great. Alright. I am getting very close to dying, though. I have to be very careful. Another 25. This is really tough. I don't think there's much I can do, right? Let's do Bias Cognition. Yeah, let's do Bias Cognition. There's a wound. That's not going to help me. At least I have 12. I need 25, though. So even if I do Charge Battery, 14, 26. Okay, that is enough. All right, and then let's do Strike or Dual Cast. Let's do a Strike here. Okay, I think I should be alive with 1 HP, right? Uh-huh. No, 2 HP, okay. And then let's do Compile Driver, strike. Okay, good. Now I should be able to fully defend, well, at least for a few turns, because I am losing focus slowly. This turn I'm still fine. I don't think I'll do Bask Ignition. Let's do Cool-Headed. Zap is good. Yeah, I don't think I'll do Bask Ignition. Okay. And then here I will need a little bit of extra block. I do have the Steam Barrier, which is great. Let's do Fusion Compound Driver. Okay. And then I'm fully defended. Yep, let's do a Strike. Okay. I just need very little, but I'm also down to 2 HP, which might make the next elite fight very difficult. Okay, barely survived this one. Got Guya, Icona gain strength at the right side, set 3 times, and Mercury Eyeglass at the start of your turn deal 3 damage to all enemies. We also got a Flex Potion, and I think this time I'll take the Equilibrium. I think I have to rest again. Yeah, I don't think there's any way around it. Okay, at least this time I'm not sacrificing a Crush Mark Room for that rest side. Alright, Centurion Mystic. Here I'll try to get Overkill. Let me start with Buffer, White Noise, and Storm. Okay. And then, yeah, I think this will be boring, so I'll speed this up. I do have a Darkness, so once I have the Dark Orb allowing me to get more than 100 damage, I'll be right back. So, yeah. Alright, it took me a while, but the Dark Orb is ready to deal more than 100 damage, so I can evoke it with the Glacier and get Overkill. I did also take some damage because of that. We got an Essence of Steel Potion. Skim, go for the Ice Capacitor. Skim would be great if I had more energy. I think I will take the Capacitor for now. Okay, here I got Toxic Egg. Whenever you add a skill into deck upgraded, really would like to see that chill now. Alright, Gremlin Leader, who is not attacking me on turn 1. That's good. I can get rid of one of the minions with the Strike. I would love to play the Capacitor, but I think I have to do the Glacier instead. Okay. Alright. And then here I am being attacked, which is unfortunate. Lots of incoming too. Let's do Fission first. Well, there's a buffer. I can amplify that buffer too. That's really good. Okay. Then do Cool-Headed. Stack is useful. Should I do Fusion? No, let me see what the White Noise gives me. Storm. And then Stack. Okay. Well, the Stack didn't really do anything, but yeah, I am able to still keep a buffer. Okay. And then here, let's do Fusion first, then Compound Driver. Kind of want to do the Capacitor, right? Yeah, let's do Capacitor. That way, at least once I have some Frost Orbs, they'll be useful. Okay. Being attacked again, that is not good. I do have the stack, which is not useless. Let's do Steam Barrier Cool-Headed. Strike 1, Strike 2. Actually, wait, hang on. Yeah, I have to do a second strike. And then here, stack is only 11. I mean, that's the best I can do. I need 24. Yeah, no, unfortunately, I'm losing HP here. Nothing I could have done there. I guess if I used the Essence of Steel Push, I could have still kept the buffer, but I still have a lot of damage to deal. So I don't think that would have been necessarily super useful. Also realized, wait, let me do Amplify, see if I can draw. Okay, Fusion. At least I replaced my Plasma Orb. Alright. And then not being attacked yet, it's good. Compile Driver gives me a bunch of cards. Let's do Cool-Headed, then Dual Cast, I think. Okay. Really hoping to hit one of the minions. Let's get rid of one of them at least. Okay. Really hope the backline does attack me. I guess my problem is having being able to deal enough damage. And having AoE damage cards. Actually, both of those are my problems. Let's do Fusion. Then Strike's not... Well, might as well do the Strike here. Okay. And then I guess I'll do Charge Battery. At least now I have 2 Plasma Orbs, so I shouldn't have energy issues. Backline's not attacking. Okay, let's try to get rid of these guys. Let's do Zap first, then Compound Driver. Get rid of you. Okay. Then Strike. Alright. I can do Dual Cast, I guess, to play the Equilibrium to save some block cards for next turn. And then let's do Darkness. Okay. Haven't dealt damage to the Gremlin Leader in a while. Luckily, still not being attacked. Good. Here, let's do Compile Driver. Okay. I do Equilibrium again. Save my cards for next turn. Let's do Equilibrium. And then a Strike. Okay. Alright, backline still not attacking. Good. Strike. Yep, 1 strike is fine here. Let me see what the Cool-Headed gives me. Darkness. Well, I mean, if I get to evoke the Dark Orb, that's not a horrible idea. Let's do this. Okay. And then with the extra energy, I could do Glacier. Almost. Yeah, or actually, thanks to the Lightning Orb hitting this one, I'm able to get rid of the minions. And... yeah, wow. That was like 5 turns in a row I'm not being attacked. Can't complain about that. Let's do Darkness, Fusion, then Dual Cast. Okay. And if I do get attacked, there'll be pretty much a death sentence, right? Because it's so much incoming. It's going to be so much incoming. Let's strike here, another strike, and zap. Okay. Okay, I just need very little to be able to kill this guy. And I'm still not being attacked. Okay, I just got super lucky here. Yeah. The enemy had like 18 strength already. We got the boot. Whenever you deal 4 less unblocked attack damage, increase it to 5. And meat on the bone if HP is added below 50% at the end of combat, heal 12 HP. That should help me a lot. So yeah, let's take the barrage because of the extra strength I have. I'm going to risk another elite fight. Oof, this is a tough one. I might have to use my potions. Drink the Essence of Steel potion. I'll save the Flex potion for later. Let's do Steam Barrier. It's 10, I need 18. Oh, obviously no way to defend. So let's do Compound Driver. Okay, never mind. I have Charge Battery. Okay. And then let's do a Strike. Alright. Fully defended this turn. Here I have 27. Also have the Buffer, which is useful. The stack is not that useful. Actually, no. With the buffer and the stack, I should be able to fully defend. Let me also risk to see what this gives me. The fragment. Not bad. Okay, thanks to the plated armor. I'm not taking any damage this turn either. Alright. 24. Yeah, that might change here. I do have Equilibrium. Let's do Equilibrium. Cool-headed. Then Fission. Before I play the Barrage, let's do Glacier. And then extra I have Fusion and Barrage. It's not that much damage. I do have the Flex Potion, though. That might help. 36 incoming. Yeah, that is a lot. So if I do Barrage, that'll be 24 with the Flex Potion. That's another 15. Not even close. And that's only if I play the Fusion. If I do Equilibrium again, then Capacitor, I guess? But then I'm not drawing anything else. And I'm just barely alive. Okay. Right, 7 HP, 30, or 45. Yeah, no weakness can do that to you. I don't think there's anything I can do here either, right? Let me drink the Flex Potion. Then do something like dual cast, defend, another defend. That's the best I can do defensively, and that's only 34 plus 7 is 43. So there's... Wait, I get 3 free hits, that's 27. And then I'll have, so 6 plus 28 is 34, right? So then the fourth hit will deal 0 damage, but then the last hit will deal 8 damage, so that'll kill me. Alright, I have to reload this one too. Maybe I shouldn't wait this long to start to deal damage. I guess, I don't know. There's no real good opportunity to deal damage at another time, but let's try this. Let's do the Flex Potion to play the Compile Driver, and then let's just do the attacks and accept a little bit of damage here. Okay. That'll make a difference, but let's try this. Here, I'll also... I don't have extra energy, so here the buffer will just barely be enough. White Noise still gives me the fragment. Okay. How did I miscalculate? Oh, I didn't have any block. Oh, okay. So I was actually thinking about the fact that this would be very hard to get through, and honestly, I'm trying to think... If I even if I replay it, what would I do differently? I guess I would have to skip elites at some point, right? I did have very low HP after this fight, so I guess I could have skipped that elite. But honestly, I'm not sure that'll be fun. So yeah, I think I'll just give up here. Yeah, again, I think the only way to really get through this is to skip elites. Like when you have too little HP to go for a rest side rather than an elite. That might have actually saved me. If I went for the rest side, then the question mark room, then the elite. But yeah, honestly, I don't think... I mean, I tried my hardest to... maybe I shouldn't have tried to get overkill in the regular fight here, I believe, right? Yeah, so I probably lost some HP here, and I think against the Book of Stabbing, I just needed more HP. Yeah, I think I'm going to give up here. I'm not even going to replay. Sorry if you expected one. I just, yeah, I just don't feel I could do anything differently other than just skip elite, which I don't find super interesting. So yeah, I'll give up today, and I'll try again tomorrow. Let's review the scores from... Actually, first, let's review the scores from today. Well, I'm very low, but I did see Vorpal and Alex, so they were clearly able to finish the run. Actually, let's review the scores from today with the Friends mod enabled. So yeah, Vorpal clearly did really well. 1550. I think that requires him to be able to perfect at least some of the bosses, if not all. Grimgoth got really well, 1350, and Alex with 1347. Actually, I just realized that the difference between Vorpal and Grimgoth, that's like 200 points. So yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if Grimgoth was able to survive, but maybe missed a few bosses, whereas Vorpal might have been able to perfect all the bosses. Yeah, and then other than that, oh, Pelt's 1272, that must have been also a winning run. Yeah, not many super high scores. I wouldn't be surprised if just a lot of people died like I did. I think this was a very challenging run. So yeah, let me know in the comments if you had to skip elites or if you just had some better cards or different luck. But yeah, let's review the scores from yesterday. Okay, so yesterday was a really tough run. A lot of people died there as well. It was an Ironclad run with the specialized modifier that gave 5 copies of Rupture, as well as time dilation at the Night Terrace modifiers. So David ended up with an amazing 1321, just barely missing the top 20. David had a game run time of 55 minutes, but his Twitch stream, which you can check it out, is over 3 hours. So he spent a lot of time trying to perfect everything, and he was able to get 6 of the 9 elites and all the bosses, which is a record. Congratulations. Very impressive to be able to perfect the bosses. I don't think I would have been able to, even if I reloaded as much as David did. I don't think there's any chance I would have been able to perfect. So that's a big achievement. David also was able to get 3 collector bonuses, and definitely took rare cards, did not go for popper. So yeah, great score, congratulations. Then you have Gemino with 1298. Gemino perfected 5 of the 9 elites, also all the bosses, which is really impressive. Gemino got 1 elite fewer than David, I guess. Also didn't go for popper. Gemino mentioned that cards like Limit Break were really great, especially with all the extra strength. Didn't get curses though, but was able to get the face of Cleric modifier, relic, which allowed him to get the stuff modifier. Also was able to get overkill but missed combo and any of the time modifiers. And then you have Goldberry with 1246. Goldberry perfected 3 of the 9 elites, 2 of the 3 bosses, missed the Act 3 boss. Again, just perfecting any boss yesterday I think is very impressive. Got 2 collector bonuses, and then mentioned that he did have to rest once, and he also used the Fear in the Bottle once, but he was able to get through it. Also didn't take rare card, or didn't go for popper, took rare cards. I mentioned that he rarely does that, and I think yesterday that was definitely the way to go, because I think I did so poorly without rare cards, and having some rares might have made my life slightly better. Although, relatively speaking, I did not do too horribly. 1198, for the fact that I didn't perfect any bosses, being in 42nd place, I think really means how difficult yesterday's run was. I perfected 2 of the 9 elites, and then also got 4 collector bonuses and curses. Having curses definitely helped my score, I think. I also got popper and encyclopedian, but missed pretty much everything else. Also missed the light speed modifier by 1 minute, so that was unfortunate, just barely missed it. Then you have Mike and the Dark tied 1121, and then Roland got 1096. Those are all the people in the top 100. Missing top 100, you have Alex, who died to the Guardian on Act 1, removed the Rupture at a shop instead of buying anything else before that boss, and I think that might have been a mistake. Grimgoth died to the Slavers on Act 2, had a very tough run, and then Malzahn also died at some regular fight in Act 2. Went for a self-damage check with the Ruptures, but it wasn't enough. I think I noticed that yesterday as well. The Ruptures just weren't scaling as quickly as it was needed. And then Malzahn also mentioned that Burning Blood can only do so much. There's no way that you can heal for that much, as much as you're losing yesterday. So yeah, tough run yesterday. Also a tough run today, I think. So I am, once again, very curious to see how people are able to do well today. So yeah, let me know in the comments what you did, and I'll see you tomorrow with hopefully a winning run. That one I will complete. So yeah, see you then. Thanks for watching. Bye.